Friday night, Diamondbacks versus Giants, tie game in the 5th inning. Christian Walker is at the plate. Alfonzo Marquez is the umpire. Christian Walker takes a called strike 2 that didn't like. Then he gets called out on an appealed check swing on strike 3 by the first base umpire, Ramon de Jesus. Christian Walker walks back to the dugout, shaking his head, gesturing repeatedly, saying a few choice words as he turns back toward the field, toward Marquez, toward de Jesus. Marquez doesn't throw him out. He probably could have if he was really being petulant that day, but he didn't throw him out. Usually an umpire exercises good judgment in letting a player have his say to a certain degree. Remember, you're not supposed to argue balls and strikes. That's a rule in Major League Baseball. So, an inning later, Diamondbacks are up again. Nick Ahmed at the plate. Ramon de Jesus at first base rules on a check swing in Ahmed's favor. And you can see Christian Walker clapping from the dugout, from the top step of the dugout. Now, he looks like he's doing that pretty innocently, but there might be some sarcastic intent there. And Christian Walker actually said later, yes, it was intentful what I was doing. Now you see, he's like, whoa, I'm just clapping. I'm not doing anything. This whole thing looked a little odd to me. So I checked in with Major League Baseball and I said, can you please give me an explanation for what happened? I want to know the other side of this, if there is another side. This looked like an ump show, right? A really bad ump show. A guy gets ejected for clapping? Well, when I asked Major League Baseball about this, they got back to me. They talked to the umpires, and the umpires responded that it wasn't simply the clapping, that after Walker struck out, in addition to gesturing and saying what he said, which wasn't much, and shaking his head, walks down the steps of the dugout, slams his helmet. Next inning, as he goes out to the field for the top of the 6th, he's chirping again. And the second base umpire at that point told the Arizona dugout, hey, let's go. Cool it. Let's close this. Enough already. And then when the Diamondbacks come back to the plate, even before Ahmed was hitting, this is again all according to the umpires, Walker was clapping and in Marquez's view, showing up the umps. That's a big no-no in the umps' minds. That's the one thing that drives them crazy. Well, among other things that might drive them crazy. By the time he clapped for the Nick Ahmed check swing that went in the Diamondbacks' favor, the umps had had enough. So the moral of the story here is that there are two sides to every story. I'm sure Christian Walker still feels aggrieved by this, and I'm sure in his mind he has a point. But the umpires often come to a point where they've had enough. And I criticize the umpires at times. I defend them at times. In this case, it just seems to me we have to look at the whole situation and what the umpires are saying too and take that into account. In the umpire's view, Christian Walker doth protest too much.